If you suffer from hair loss or baldness, I have 3 miracle seeds for you. I don't use the word miracle carelessly, and it looks like I'm just one of those doctors or dietitians trying to sell you something, but I am not. I'm not. This information is free. What I want to talk about is very important to helping seniors who suffer from hair loss as well. These seeds are everyday seeds, probably in your spice storage right now, but they are very effective. Now, I'm not even talking about a temporary fix. In over 9 years, 90% of my cases have used these 3 seeds to grow permanent thick hair. So take this seriously because I will also be telling you 2 types of seeds and seed products to avoid if you actually want to grow your hair, as they are very bad for your hair health. If you are yet to subscribe right away, and let us start right away. Number 1, chia seeds. The first seed on my list is chia seeds. Now, biotin is one of the most well-known vitamins for hair growth because it strengthens the hair shaft and prevents breakage. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds provide about 6 micrograms of biotin, which contributes to your daily needs. But outside of biotin, chia seeds do something far more important for seniors looking to grow their hair, and that has everything to do with inflammation. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection. But when it becomes chronic, it damages tissues throughout your body, including your scalp. Studies show that over 70% of adults over 60 live with chronic low-grade inflammation, often without realizing it. This constant inflammation creates a hostile environment for your hair follicles. When inflammation persists around the hair follicles, it causes them to shrink progressively. These shrunken follicles produce thinner, weaker hair strands, and eventually they may stop producing hair altogether. Inflammation also increases DHT sensitivity. DHT, or dihydrotestosterone, is a hormone derived from testosterone that binds to hair follicles and causes them to miniaturize. Not everyone is equally sensitive to DHT, but chronic inflammation amplifies the sensitivity dramatically. When your scalp is inflamed, your hair follicles become more vulnerable to DHT's damaging effects. The inflammation essentially opens the door for DHT to attack your follicles more aggressively, accelerating hair loss that might otherwise have progressed slowly or not at all. Beyond follicle shrinkage and DHT sensitivity, inflammation damages the stem cells in your hair follicles. These stem cells are responsible for regenerating new hair during each growth cycle. When inflammation persists, it creates oxidative stress that kills these precious stem cells or prevents them from functioning properly. Without healthy stem cells, your follicles cannot produce new hair strands, even if all other conditions are favorable. This stem cell damage is one reason why some people experience hair loss that seems permanent and resistant to treatment. What causes this chronic inflammation in seniors? Processed foods high in sugar and trans fats trigger inflammatory responses throughout the body. A sedentary lifestyle reduces circulation and allows inflammatory markers to accumulate in tissues. Stress elevates cortisol levels, which directly promotes inflammation. Certain medications commonly prescribed to seniors can have inflammatory side effects. Underlying conditions like arthritis, diabetes, and autoimmune disorders keep inflammation levels elevated. Poor sleep quality prevents the body from completing its natural anti-inflammatory repair processes during rest. This is where chia seeds become powerful. Chia seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid, which your body converts into anti-inflammatory compounds. These omega-3s work at the cellular level to reduce inflammatory markers in your bloodstream and tissues. A study published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology found that participants who consumed chia seeds daily for 12 weeks showed significant reductions in inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein, which is a key indicator of systemic inflammation. By calming inflammation throughout your body, chia seeds create the optimal environment for hair follicles to recover, regenerate, and produce thick, healthy hair. Now, let me give you 3 delicious ways to enjoy chia seeds daily. For breakfast, make chia pudding by mixing 3 tablespoons of chia seeds with 1 cup of almond milk or regular milk. Add a teaspoon of honey and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Stir well and refrigerate overnight. In the morning, top it with fresh berries and a sprinkle of cinnamon. This creamy, satisfying pudding gives you a nutrient-packed start to your day. For Lunch, create a refreshing chia lemonade by stirring 1 tablespoon of chia seeds into a glass of fresh lemon water with a touch of honey. Let it sit for 10 minutes until the seeds swell and create a gel-like texture. This drink is hydrating and helps reduce inflammation while tasting absolutely delicious. For dinner, add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds to your favorite soup during the last 5 minutes of cooking. They thicken the soup slightly while adding a nutritional boost without changing the flavor. This works beautifully in tomato soup, vegetable soup, or chicken soup. The seeds virtually disappear into the soup, but deliver all their anti-inflammatory benefits. Reducing inflammation is one sure way to grow your hair fast. And I know this is not talked about enough. You buy pills and different hair products, but they never work. But try this. Reduce your inflammation markers with seeds like chia seeds using the recipes I just shared, and then do the next thing I want to talk about, because that is where the true solution lies. Number 2, flax seeds. The second seed on my list is flax seeds. 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds contain approximately 0.1 micrograms of biotin, which supports hair strength and growth. But outside of biotin, flax seeds have one powerful importance that makes them absolutely essential for hair regrowth, and that is their ability to balance hormones. Hormonal imbalance occurs when your body produces too much or too little of specific hormones, disrupting the delicate systems that regulate everything from metabolism to hair growth. Research indicates that approximately 80% of women over 50 experience some form of hormonal imbalance, with many suffering hair loss as a direct result. These imbalances do not happen without reason. Several factors contribute to hormonal disruption in senior women. Pregnancy, even decades earlier, can create lasting hormonal shifts that affect hair later. In life, menopause is the most significant trigger, causing dramatic drops in estrogen and progesterone that destabilize the entire endocrine system. Malnutrition or insufficient intake of essential nutrients prevents your body from producing hormones properly. Chronic stress elevates cortisol continuously, which suppresses other vital hormones. Certain medications interfere with hormone production or metabolism. Underlying conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome, thyroid disorders, and adrenal dysfunction create persistent hormonal chaos. Poor sleep disrupts the natural circadian rhythm that governs hormone release throughout the day and night. Let me explain how specific hormones affect your hair. Estrogen is protective. It shields hair follicles from DHT damage by blocking DHT receptors and reducing the conversion of testosterone into DHT. Estrogen also extends the growth phase of your hair cycle, keeping each strand growing longer before it enters the resting phase. When estrogen levels are adequate, your hair remains thick, shiny, and resilient. But when estrogen drops during menopause, your hair loses this protection and becomes vulnerable to DHT attack, leading to thinning and breakage. Insulin and blood sugar hormones control how your body uses energy. When these hormones become imbalanced through insulin resistance or diabetes, your hair follicles do not receive adequate glucose for energy production. This metabolic dysfunction causes hair thinning because follicles cannot sustain the energy-intensive process of growing hair. High insulin levels also trigger inflammation and increase androgen production, both of which damage hair. Thyroid hormones regulate metabolism throughout your entire body, including your scalp. When thyroid hormones are too low, a condition called hypothyroidism, your hair becomes dry, brittle, and breaks easily. Hair growth slows dramatically because your follicles enter extended resting phases. The hair you do grow lacks luster and vitality. Conversely, excess thyroid hormone causes hair to become thin and fine. Androgens, particularly testosterone and its derivative DHT, directly attack hair follicles in genetically susceptible areas. Elevated androgen levels in women, often caused by conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome or adrenal disorders, create male pattern baldness with bald patches and severe thinning at the crown and temples. Flax seeds provide the nutrients necessary to balance these hormones naturally. They contain lignans, which are phytoestrogens that mimic estrogen's protective effects on hair follicles. These lignans help restore hormonal balance during and after menopause. Flax seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity, stabilizing blood sugar hormones. They provide magnesium, which supports thyroid function and helps regulate cortisol production. Flax. Seeds contain zinc, which inhibits the enzyme that converts testosterone into DHT, reducing androgen-related hair loss. They offer B vitamins that support adrenal health and stress hormone regulation. The fiber in flax seeds helps eliminate excess hormones from the body through improved digestion and detoxification. A study published in the Journal of the Society for Integrative Oncology found that women who consumed flax seeds daily experienced significant improvements in hormonal balance with reduced hot flashes and improved estrogen metabolism. These hormonal improvements translated directly into healthier hair growth for participants. Here are 3 ways to incorporate flax seeds into your daily routine. For breakfast, blend 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds into your morning smoothie with banana, spinach, almond milk, and a handful of berries. The flax adds a nutty flavor while providing hormone-balancing nutrients to start your day. For lunch, make a flax seed dressing by whisking together 3 tablespoons of ground flax seeds, 1/4 cup of olive oil, 2 TBSP of lemon juice, 1 minced garlic clove, and a pinch of salt and pepper. This creamy dressing works beautifully on salads and delivers concentrated flax benefits. For an afternoon snack, prepare flax seed energy balls by mixing 1 cup of ground flax seeds with 1/2 cup of almond butter, 1/4 cup of honey, and 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips. Roll into balls and refrigerate. These provide a satisfying treat while supporting your hormonal health throughout the day. Lastly, for blood flow to your hair follicles, add the next seed to your diet as well. Now, before I reveal the 3rd miracle seed, I need to warn you about 2 types of seeds and seed products you must avoid if you want your hair to actually grow. Listen carefully, because these could be sabotaging all your efforts right now. You could be doing everything right with chia seeds and flax seeds, but if you're consuming what I'm about to mention, you're working against yourself. These seeds and products are marketed as healthy, and you probably have them in your kitchen right now, but they are silently destroying your hair growth potential. Let me explain exactly what they are and why they're so damaging to your hair. The first seed product you must avoid is sesame seeds. Now, I know this sounds surprising because sesame seeds are often promoted as healthy and they do contain some beneficial nutrients. However, sesame seeds have a very high omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acid ratio, and this creates serious problems for hair growth. While your body needs some omega-6 fatty acids, excessive amounts trigger widespread inflammation throughout your body, including your scalp. 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds contains approximately 3 and 1,2 g of omega-6 fatty acids, but almost no omega-3 to balance it out. This imbalance shifts your body into a pro-inflammatory state. Remember what I explained earlier about inflammation, shrinking hair follicles, increasing DHT sensitivity, and damaging stem cells? Sesame seeds fuel this exact problem. When you consume sesame seeds regularly, you flood your system with omega-6 fatty acids that your body converts into inflammatory compounds called prostaglandins and leukotrienes. These compounds travel through your bloodstream and settle in tissues throughout your body, including the delicate tissues around your hair follicles. The inflammation they create constricts blood vessels in your scalp, reducing oxygen and nutrient delivery to your follicles. It also activates immune cells that mistakenly attack healthy follicle cells, accelerating hair loss. Even if you are eating chia seeds and flax seeds to reduce inflammation, consuming sesame seeds simultaneously cancels out those benefits. You are essentially taking 1 step forward and 2 steps backward. Tahini, sesame oil, and foods cooked with sesame are all culprits here, so read your labels carefully. The second product you must avoid is sunflower seed oil. This oil is everywhere in processed foods, salad dressings, margarine, and cooking oils because it is cheap to produce. But sunflower seed oil is absolutely terrible for your hair follicle health and blood flow. Like sesame seeds, sunflower seed oil is extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, with very little omega-3 to create balance. Just 1 tablespoon contains approximately 9 grade of omega-6. But the real danger with sunflower seed oil goes beyond inflammation. When sunflower seed oil is heated during cooking or food processing, it oxidizes rapidly. This oxidation creates harmful compounds called lipid peroxides and aldehydes. These toxic compounds damage the endothelial cells that line your blood vessels, including the tiny capillaries that supply blood to your hair. Follicles. When these capillaries become damaged, they cannot dilate properly to increase blood flow. Your hair follicles depend on constant blood flow to receive oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and immune cells necessary for healthy growth. Restricted blood flow essentially starves your follicles. Sunflower seed oil also depletes vitamin E from your body. Even though the oil contains some vitamin E initially, the oxidation process consumes it, and your body must use its own vitamin E stores to neutralize the damage caused by consuming oxidized sunflower oil. Vitamin E is critical for maintaining healthy blood vessels and promoting circulation to your scalp. Without adequate vitamin E, your capillaries become fragile and leak, further compromising follicle health. Additionally, the inflammatory cascade triggered by excessive omega-6 from sunflower oil causes your blood vessels to produce less nitric oxide, a compound that keeps blood vessels flexible and open. Reduced nitric oxide means constricted blood flow and oxygen-starved follicles that cannot produce strong hair. If you want your hair to grow, eliminate sesame seeds and sunflower seed oil completely from your diet. Which brings me to the third